Hey guys! So I'm back. We did the microneedling a little while ago. Someone asked me, it's just a very, very low 0.25. So as you see, it's, you're not gonna bleed a ton like if it was done by a doctor. But it will get these little, these are a little bit more bony. You can get those ones, and I definitely went over this one a lot, but it almost is just like a little sunburn, right? So now here comes the magic part, is I always do microneedling with microcurrent. Why? Because that's going to accelerate healing by 500%. So obviously, why would we not want that, right? Whether we're an esthetician and we want that for our own skin, or if we're an esthetician and we want that for our client's skin so they don't mess it up. Because we all know how some clients can be about doing their aftercare or lack of aftercare, and we all know how important doing aftercare is. So I got this lovely chocolate hydration mask, and I have this on a frequency for inflammation and acne, and no matter what frequency I have it on, the microcurrent is what's going to accelerate healing by 500% by increasing ATP by 500%. And what is ATP? Well, ATP is adenosine triphosphate, and that is what our body uses as a cellular currency to make more cells. It's like our body's like money, right? So, over the age of 20, we start losing collagen, and around the age of 28, it's not necessarily on your exact birthday, our ATP levels start dropping. So that's kind of where we start to see the signs of aging. And if you think of it kind of at puberty, and then about every 7 years after puberty, our body kind of goes through whoa, we're changing. And we can either look at this as something that's bad, oh no, I'm getting older, or we look at this as something hey, my body is adjusting and it's time to check in with it, ask it what's going on, and ask it how this new body with all new cells we have every 7 years can be its best self. Microcurrent, I'm so lucky I got familiar with this when I was 26, so I had a good couple years with it before my ATP started to drop. So I think definitely when you start to maintain this earlier, before those ATP level drops, that makes so much of a difference. So we're healing myself after doing a microneedling. I'm using this hot cocoa collagen mask. I actually got it in my Ipsy kit. I don't know if you guys do Ipsy or BoxyCharm. I think it was BoxyCharm. Sometimes you find some real gems in there. This one I'm definitely gonna be getting more of for the holiday season. It's a lovely hot cocoa. Smells like cocoa, does not taste like cocoa though. I'll have to make one that actually tastes like cocoa. So definitely want to get that area of the nose. You're the best, Kelly. To take care of those areas where it got a little bit more rough, which I was definitely working on this area for myself. It's where I carry a lot of stress. It's interesting because we all carry stress in different parts of our face. I carry stress more right in the middle here, and then more leading to this side, and definitely in the bottom parts of my face and my TMJ and stuff like that. But we all carry it different places. And it is said that if you're more of a right brain thinker, then your wrinkles or whatever else is going on, you're gonna be more expressive on the left side of your face, because the right side of the brain controls the left side of the face, and vice versa. I know that when I do face sculpting on people, most people have a little bit of both. People who are more creative, hello, it starts like lower down, like your line on whatever side is like more close to your heart. Hello. So if you're naturally more of a creative thinker, then usually like where that spasm is gonna start is closer to the eye and then go up. And then most of us, you know, we're gonna use our little bit of both sides of the brain. So for me, I have a little bit, but on my logic side, it will start at the bottom of the eyebrow and go up. So we want to retrain those. And another thing that, you know, I'm really working on different like mindful practices and meditations to kind of just help me stop doing that. Like a lot of if we can, you know, stop or rewrite like the coding in our brain, in our subconscious, then I feel like we can stop making these faces that make the lines. I don't know if your parents used to tell you like, if you keep making that your face, that face, it's gonna stick like that. And like so much of that is actually true. It's crazy. Hello. So you can kind of tell too, like, you know, today I had quite a few educators in, and everybody's mouth and jaw was like super, super tight. So people who are educators, people who have kids, people who manage people, a lot of times you'll find that because you have to watch what you say so you don't get sent to HR, right? Thank God I don't have to deal with that, but you know, God bless all of you that do. And that's where you'll find this side of the mouth like super, super tight, all up into the mandible. And if this side is tight, it's actually gonna go all the way up into the temple, because you gotta think about where those bones are going and all the different tissues laying over those bones. So with the face sculpting, we're clearing out all the junk that shouldn't be there. So I absolutely love clearing out the sinus area, especially when the seasons are changing, because I feel like once it gets cold, that area just wants to like freeze up. It's amazing to do the microcurrent with this. I'll still do a couple more sessions over this next week. Collagen induction therapy is another word for the microneedling that we did earlier. So that is going to stimulate collagen by injuring the skin. The beautiful thing about microcurrent is this increases collagen by 22%, elastin by 48%, doubles the length of the elastin fibers, all without injuring the skin. So a lot of times since like the beginning of fall, I kept telling myself like, oh, I'm gonna do a microneedling session, but then I usually start with the face sculpting first, and I'm like, wow, my skin looks so good. Like, do I really want to make it all, you know, pink and looking like Halloween? So sometimes I can talk myself out of it, because with just the microcurrent alone, it's just like instant, like red carpet, like looks amazing. But if there's any time that's good to do this whole pink raw face, I don't know if I would ever do the bloody, you know what I mean? This is about as invasive as I go, and like obviously you saw like the depth is really, really small. I don't feel like you have to be so aggressive to get incredible results. I know all through aesthetic school, they always had us doing, wait till you do this peel. After this peel, your skin's gonna look amazing. And you know what it always looked like? It looked like I was constantly pouring acid on my face. That's what it absolutely looked like. So, you know, I gave it the good college try, but definitely, you know, my skin is more sensitive and reactive, so it does like more, you know, holistic, non-invasive type of stuff. Of course, every once in a while we'll do the microneedling or peel like today, and we will document those, of course, when we do them. You will know. you know? It's either gonna go great and people should know, or, you know, we can all laugh at my misfortune together. But no, it's fine. With the microcurrent, we can definitely fix so many things, even if something does go wrong, which is also amazing. It's just like your own little insurance for if you do have a practice where you do more invasive things, you know, because everybody's skin reacts different to certain things, right? So if you have somebody's skin that's, you know, a little less happy doing a chemical peel, like, the great thing is you can just stick them under the microcurrent. It's going to accelerate healing by 500% and, you know, limit your risk and liability as a practitioner, as well as giving your clients just absolutely incredible results. Like, who doesn't want to look 20-something forever? And what's amazing about this is the reason why you look better is because we're actually making your skin healthier. So this is like real rejuvenation, not just the appearance of rejuvenation, which is also incredible. Now I can go ahead and do like, I'm gonna do another probably like 3 of these within the next week. Another amazing thing about microcurrent is that you can do multiple sessions in a week. Unlike a lot of microneedling, peels, lasers, anything like that, most of those you're gonna wanna wait 6 weeks in between before you can even do your next session. So sometimes it's gonna be a week, 2, 3 weeks before you see your results. And then it's a whole nother 6 weeks before you can get your second session. Most of these, your practitioners gonna want you to get anywhere from like 3, 6, 12 sessions, something like that. So it's really amazing because I have a lot of clients when they do our face sculpting boot camp, they're gonna do 2 sessions a week for 6 weeks. So in the time that you would normally only be able to like be ready for your second session, my clients have already done 12 and they already look 20 years younger without having to, you know, injure their skin or wait in between. And then of course also if we're doing microcurrent twice a week, a lot of times in that same 6 week period, we can get in more microneedling if that's what you want to do too. So like I said, a lot of times if we're doing 2 microcurrents, then I can, you know, end up doing a microneedling session every like 3 to 4 weeks. And this is what is going to keep me looking 20-something forever, naturally. So we do have a new client special happening right now. You get $100 off of your first session of the non-invasive face sculpting. Also perfect time to add on that microneedling session. Now I'm going to put on a super hydrating, I think like a gold mask maybe. Yeah, maybe a gold mask under the microcurrent. Okay, this part might hurt. So there's a little bit of salicylic acid in these, a little bit of glycolic. And we just did the microneedling, so this might sting. I'm about to put some acid on my face and just some light acid. And see. Now, since we did the microcurrent after the microneedling, you know, that has increased healing time by 500%. So this doesn't sting as bad as if I would have done it like right after the microneedling, which is why I did the microcurrent first. So let's go over and see that spot that was a little bloody, a little pinprick bleeding is pretty much gone now. Oh, it does sting a little bit, but it doesn't sting really like any more than if I would have done these, you know, just on clean skin. Definitely does in between the eyes, but you know, I did go over that with the microneedling a little bit excessively. So now the key to using glycolic is knowing that it's the pathway to penetration, right? So it's not just about using it, but you also want to think about what you're putting on with it, right? So we've just did the microneedling, made it all these nice little micro channels, right? And then we're doing the glycolic, which makes it a pathway to penetration in there. So that's gonna help deliver whatever we're putting on the skin next directly into the live tissue. So it's a little bit pink. Just look a little bit sunburned. Oh, hello. Hello, bye-bye. The little zit just went away. Yay, me. So what do I want to put on this? Well, you know, I'm a big cannabis girl. So we've got our full spectrum CBD here. And then, you know, I am not like a product loyalist. Like, you know, if I find like products that I love, like I'm gonna use them. And sometimes there's like whole lines of products where I only like one or two things. I'm not gonna like lie to myself and say I like all of them, right? So also there's certain products that I really love and you have to sell like, you know, over 70,000 worth of products in a year to be able to retail them. So, you know, I don't do that right now, but it doesn't mean I don't love the products or think that they're the best or what we do. So this is a CBD blend with a little bit of lactic acid, some hyaluronic acid. And this is another one of my foreign favorites from South Korea. This is the Secret Key Snow White Cream. And it has a very high percentage of niacinamide, which is a B vitamin that helps with lightening. So it's gonna help with acne spots, it's gonna help with sun damage. I'm really lucky I started doing the microcurrent so young. I really don't think I'll ever have sun damage like that, honestly, which is amazing. Hello, hello. Super grateful for that. Okay, so now I'm gonna change the frequency because what else does microcurrent do? It is gonna help push all of the happy, healthy stuff back into the tissue. So now I've changed it to the one for lymphatic drainage. So we're not really doing so much like sculpting here. It's just, I think of it as like a polishing, you know? Polishing, rejuvenation. Now this does like iron out wrinkles, but we kind of did that before we did the microneedling. Right now our focus is just to accelerate the healing process, make more collagen, make more elastin, and help to increase product penetration over all the good stuff that we just put on the skin. So when we do this, and then I'm gonna go under like the gold mask and then just put that microcurrent towel over it to accelerate healing. And then when I wake up in the morning, like I'll show you, but when I wake up in the morning, like it's just gonna look fabulous. It's not really gonna look like I did anything aggressive to my skin. Cause like who has time for that, you know? You have to like plan it, and I get it. This is like the closest I've had to time to doing this, you know? Another great thing if you live in warm climates, like you don't have to hide from the sun when you do the microcurrent, which love that. And you really want to be so careful when you do aggressive treatments like microneedling, peels, lasers, and stuff. Like it's not something you want to joke around in and then like go run around and play in the sun. You can actually cause a lot more damage. And if you're spending a lot of money on aggressive treatments to get really good results, the most important time is afterwards, is making sure that you're using those high quality products. If you're not going to invest in the right products to use afterwards, then like just don't even do anything aggressive, because it's too much of a risk that you could actually mess your skin up more when you're not under the supervision of your skincare specialist. So, you know, if they're telling you to get a bunch of product, $300 worth of products, you know, a lot of times that's what it is, you know, about $300 worth of products on top of whatever aggressive peel. I mean, it's not going to last you a week. It'll probably last you a while, but you know, stuff with stem cells, stuff with vitamin C is your friend. Stuff with vitamins, stuff with hyaluronic acid is your friend. So I'm not going to be wearing makeup today. Oh. Another great thing about face sculpting is like every time you do it, like my face feels smaller, it's actually smaller. So we have all kinds of icky stuff that builds up in our face and our sinuses, and over time, that's what makes our face bigger. That's what gives our jowls, gives us jowls, you know, jawline, a fatter nose, wrinkles. Wrinkles is really just like a muscle spasm, and then toxins form up around it. Imagine the spasm is like the valley, and then the wrinkles are like the hills. The toxins are like the hills. With face sculpting, we clear out the hills. It's our little excavator, and then we retrain the muscles, and we're like, relax, to the ones that are doing too much. And then sometimes when there's certain ones doing too much, like these ones like to do on me, then these ones get lazy. So we're like, relax, and then we're like, wake up, wake up. To keep those nice and lifted. I feel like this side of my face, this is like the more angular side, and this is like the smooth. They're like my two personalities. Even like my lip does that too. This is like, what are the kids saying these days? The lover girl vibe. Lover girl. A little bit more angle in here. I love that we can just lift it like this. We don't have to like wait. Okay, I'm ready to cover myself in gold, guys.